Very good afternoon, my friends. How are you? Hope you guys are doing very well, and welcome on this new weekly market analysis video from Extreme Trader. This is Salah speaking. So let's go directly to the weekly analysis, and of course, my friends, we will start with the Euro USD as usual. Right now on the daily chart for the Euro USD, what we can notice right here is we are having here a support trend line, which was actually a very strong key support trend line, because remember, I'm on the daily chart right now. So therefore, you can imagine how much the market has been rejected from that level of the support trend line. Then, last month, the market has actually created right here a resistance trend line. So that support trend line has become a small resistance trend line, which couldn't hold the position for a long time. I mean, we had here 3 strong attempts of a support trend line, and the market has faced a major rejection from that level. Then, once this level of the support has become a resistance, it was only for one small attempt, only lasted for 3 days, and has been immediately broken out from with this bullish breakout candle. Indicates that right now we can see right here that the market has been actually rejected again from the resistance on 1.19035, which means most likely that the market is gonna go down all the way again right here and created another supported trend line. So that level of the support trend line is going to be respected again. Of course, not to mention that we're having right here also a resistance trend line as well, which has been broken out from. Indicates that we can also expect from the market again to continue the fall. So we are having 2 kind of analysis that confirms our entries. Now, remember also that on the daily chart, the candle has closed as a small pin bar, but this pin bar is actually a small one because it's still inside. Let me just show you the zone. It's still inside the resistance zone, which means that it wasn't actually a strong attempt, or actually a strong push from the buyers to take the market up. Most likely the market or the Euro USD is going to fall only for like 42 43 pips only before it's going to be valid for the buy. Therefore, if we look at the left right now, after identifying that we need to start buying the pair on the daily chart, we need to switch now to the 4-hour time frame to identify our entries. Now let's search for the strongest support and resistance levels. Now it's very clear for me that we're having here a support, which has been also a support again. And right now, after this bullish breakout candle, we can expect from that level of a support to hold this position again as a support. Therefore, let me just raise this line a little bit, just like that. Fantastic. So actually, I believe we can wait for the for the Euro USD to fall again for another 25 pips before it's going to be valid for the buy. You can expect from the pair to fall just for another 20 pips against our direction, just to reach or to touch that support trend line, or resistance trend line, before it reverses. However, we are going to start buying the Euro USD. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to start buying the Euro USD at 1.18505. And as we can see, since we are relying on that resistance trend line, our safe zone should be ranging just a little bit till this level of a support, which means our safe zone will be ranging for, let me just rise it a little bit more, exactly like that, 54 pips, which is really fair enough. Of course, let me just do like this. Yeah, that's actually better. And for the target, let me now go back to the daily chart. Now for the target, of course, I need to get rid of these lines so they won't confuse us. Now for the target, of course, my friends, as I said before yesterday in the live trading video, we can expect from the Euro USD to continue the rise at least to reach the resistance at 1.19442, which means also we are expecting a target of 95 pips. Therefore, the take profit level is going to be 1.19442. There goes the signal for the Euro USD. Hopefully it's going to work very well and bring us lots of profits. Now let's take a look at the Pound USD, however. Now let's switch to the 4-hour time frame on the Pound USD, and it's very clear for me that the pair has been rejected for several days or even weeks, not even months, I think, yeah, for months. Since February, actually 2021, the pair has made so many attempts to break out from that level of a support and has always been rejected. Right now, what we can see right here is we're having here a resistance trend line, just like that, my friends. And it's clearly for me right now also very similar to the Pound USD, that the pair has actually made the breakout and might now go down all the way to retest the same level of a support and then gonna continue the rise. So that being said, without further ado, let's just go to the signal directly. Let's now go to the 4-hour time frame. Now on the 4-hour time frame, let me just delete this line, and let's right now look for the strongest support and resistance levels. Of course, it's very clear for me that this is exactly the strongest support level. If we check on the left, my friend, we can see that this level has been respected for several times. And again, the market has created right here a strong key support level, but however, when it became a resistance, again, we had only one single attempt of a resistance and immediately has been broken out from. Indicates that most likely the market is going to continue to fall again, and that support level is going to be respected again. Therefore, we can expect from the pound USD to fall for another 45 or 44 pips before it's going to be valid for the buy. Therefore, buy at 1.38074, and of course for the target we are aiming, let me just go back to the daily chart, and indeed we are aiming the peak of that resistance, which as you can see, my friends, it has been a very strong resistance level. So it's gonna be actually it doesn't gonna make any sense to set any target higher than that resistance. We have to wait and see how the market is gonna react to that level, which means our target is going to be 163 pips, and I really want to make more realistic targets. So therefore, I'm going to reduce the target to be right here, the peak of this previous resistance. Look at my mouse cursor. So the target is going to be 90 or 97 pips only of profit, which is going to be good until the midweek analysis. So therefore, 1.39044 is going to be our target. Meanwhile, the safe zone will be ranging just a little bit till this level of a support, because actually this is the support zone that we are actually relying on. Let me just change this one. All right, just like that, and that's gonna give us about 42 pips of a safe zone, which is gonna be normal, and I believe there is absolutely no need to make it any higher than that. There goes your signal for the pound USD. Hopefully it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. Let's now take a look at the AUD USD, which of course I have no doubt that the AUD USD is definitely gonna continue the rise right away. Now it's very simple, my friends. Right now on the daily chart, we can see clearly that we had right here a previous resistance, which was previously as well a support. Now with this strong bullish breakout candle, and by the way, my friends, this is very important. This price action, this candle right here, once you see this shape on the breakout of a resistance, you have to be 99.9999999999 sure that the market is gonna continue the rise. Yeah, that's a lot of nines. I'm serious. This price action usually indicates a continuation in the breakout. This is example, my friends, right here. As we can see, we had here a resistance level, and we had a very similar shape of the breakout candle. And as we can see, the market has resumed the rise again. Most likely right now, once we see this candle again at the breakout from the resistance, we can expect from the market to continue the rise. However, it's advised to be it's more advised to wait for the market to fall to that support level before we can start buying it. So therefore, which means we have to wait for the AUD USD to fall for another approximately 38 pips. Now, after identifying the direction on the daily chart, let's move to the 4-hour time frame, and there we can do more analysis and deeper one to understand exactly where the market might reverses. Now, it's very clear for me as well that right here exactly, we had the peak of a resistance exactly like that. This was the peak of the resistance, which was previously a support level. Therefore, we can expect from the market to respect that level of a support again and continue the rise. Very simple and very obvious setup that I can see right now on the AUD USD. We have to wait for the pair to fall for another 32 pips before we can start buying it. Therefore, buy for the AUD USD at 0.74159. And of course, for the safe zone should be just ranging in this support and this resistance zone, because we're actually depending on that resistance to become a new support level, which means exactly like that. That is perfect, because my friends, right here we're having also a small support, which was previously a resistance and also a support. As we can see, we had here several attempts of a support level, which means the safe zone will be ranging for about 56 pips only, which is good and fair enough. Exactly just like this. And for the target, now let's just switch to the daily chart, and as we can see, we can expect from the market to continue the rise all the way at least to reach this previous resistance. Sorry, this resistance, which was previously as a very strong key support level, by the way. I really doubt that the AUD/USD gonna exceed this level easily. That's why actually this is going to be on my target, and I really doubt if the pair gonna go higher than that. So therefore, the target for the AUD/USD will be 115 pips only. Take profit level is 0.75298. There goes your signal for the AUD/USD. Hopefully it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. Let's now take a look at the USD CAD. And I'm really happy because the signal for the USD CAD has worked really very well from the last midweek analysis video, and it has went all the way to the take profit level and even exceeded it. However, let's just delete the old signal and let's see right now what is waiting for us with the AUD/USD. I believe it's very clear and very obvious for anyone that we are looking for a sell order for the USD CAD. Right now, my friends, actually we need to look at the previous support level right here exactly, which has been of course previously a resistance as well. So we can easily expect from that resistance level to hold its position again as a resistance. Very simple, very clear, very straight analysis. So let me just go now to the 4-hour time frame, and by looking at these lines right here of the support and resistance, we can expect of course from the market to rise all the way right here, retesting or revisiting that previous support level. And of course, by the way, if we also draw here a resistance trend line, we can see that it almost matches up with it. So we can expect from the market to rise like this, and that resistance trend line going to be respected again, and then the USD CAD is going to continue the fall. We have to wait for the pair to rise for another 47 pips before we can start actually shorting it. So therefore, sell for the USD CAD at 1.25682. I know it's a lot, but however, that's what the setup is providing for us. So that, sadly, guys, we have to go along with it. And of course, if that happens, we can expect from the USD CAD to continue to fall till it reaches that support level right here. And as we can see, the market has almost reached the level, but however, I believe it's getting ready for another rally to revisit the same level again. So this can be considered as a support number 1. So we can expect from the market to rise again, retesting that support level as previous support level, and then goes all the way down to create support number 2. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to have here like that a support trend line, which is going to be breaking out from, and therefore we can expect from the USD CAD to continue the fall even more farther. However, that is going to be our target. So therefore, we're going to be aiming approximately 95 pips, which is really fair enough. Take profit level is going to be 1.24750. And for the safe zone, of course, my friends, since we are actually relying on that resistance zone right here, the safe zone shouldn't be actually higher than that. So therefore, let me just make sure exactly like that. So the safe zone will be ranging just inside that level of the resistance zone, as we can see. Also, if the market is ever going to be able to reach that level, it means that it has actually made the breakout from that resistance trend line right here. Therefore, we can expect from this trade to be no longer valid, which means our safe zone will be ranging for 46 pips only and no more. There goes your signal for the USD CAD. Hopefully it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. USD JPY, as you can see, my friends, the signal has worked perfectly fine. It has reached the edge of the safe zone, and even the another sell order has been triggered, and currently it's running in 23 pips of profit. Of course, I need to delete the old signal. Just delete everything and let's analyze from zero. Now, of course, as we can see, the pair has been ranging on that resistance zone for quite a long time, and currently it's below that resistance. So, which means most likely that the market is going to be pushed down to, supported by the pressure on that resistance level on 110.030, and therefore we need to look for the best level to start again selling the pair. If we look carefully, my friends, right now we need to find the strongest resistance levels, and if I'm not mistaken, this is the strongest resistance level, and if we track it, we can see clearly that we had here a resistance attempt, and again we had here a resistance, again right here a resistance, and right here also a resistance, and right here also a resistance, which was previously a support as well. So I believe this is going to be the best level where we can start shorting the USDJPY. We just have to wait for the pair. We have to wait for the pair to reach the level of 109.888, and then we can start shorting it, which means we have to wait for the pair to rise for another 20 pips before it's going to be valid for the short. Sell for the USDJPY at 109.888. And of course for the target is going to be nice this time, hopefully, because we are having right here, as we can see, a support trend line, and the USDJPY has already created the breakout from that support trend line level, which means we are going to start selling the pair exactly at the retest of the broken support trend line. Once the market creates right here a resistance trend line, we can start shorting it, and that means we can expect from the pair to fall all the way till it reaches that support level on 108.775, which means our target will be exactly, my friends, 110 pips, I believe. Exactly, 110 pips. Take profit level is 108.769. By the way, guys, you can hear me that I'm breathing heavily, and that is actually one of the side effects of the COVID, which I have had last month. Talking for a long time is actually doing this for me. That's why actually it's a little bit tiring for me to keep talking for a long time. That's why I'm just taking deep breath like that. Sorry about that. I know it might be annoying for you, but however, it's my medical condition at the moment, so I really cannot do anything about it. Therefore, there goes your signal for the USDJPY. Hopefully it's gonna work very well and bring us lots of profits. Let's now go to the USD-CHF, which is analysis. Analysis is going to be interesting. Remember, my friends, right now the USD-CHF is actually ranging. Now it's in consolidation mode right here, but it's not really clear what is going to happen next for this pair. But still, thankfully, we are having good way to analyze the market. So still, we can identify actually the direction of the USD-CHF. Let me move to the monthly chart. Now on the monthly chart for the USD-CHF, we can see clearly that we had right here one fake breakout on that level of the resistance. Remember, my friends, I'm right now on the monthly chart. It's not daily or weekly. So therefore, each candle represents a whole month of progress. So therefore, we can see that this market has actually in the period of 2 months has made an attempt to break out from that level of resistance, yet it has actually failed. Now, we need to look at the smallest level of the resistance, which means we need to look at this level exactly from the resistance. Now we can see that this level was previously a resistance, which was also previously, of course, a very strong key support level. Keep in mind that we are still on the monthly chart. You have to understand that each candle represents a whole month, meaning it represents the whole progress of support and resistance levels, which means that we're having right here 3-month period of three attempts of a resistance. Now previously that level was also a resistance. So far everything tells me that the USD-CHF is definitely going for the bearish or going down actually. So we need actually to start looking for short, since the market is actually revisiting the same level of the resistance right here, and in the middle we are having one or actually 2 candles of a fake breakout, indicates that most likely the USD-CHF is going to actually continue the fall. Now, after identifying this direction on the monthly chart, let's now go to the daily. Now on the daily, if I zoom out, we can see clearly that we are right now facing a strong resistance zone. This is the one we talked about earlier. So actually this candle here, these candles here representing the 2 fake breakout candles we just talked about. So therefore, let me just make it more clear for you right now. We are having right here a support trend line, and also we are having right here a resistance trend line as well. indicates that most likely the USD CHF right now is getting trapped inside this channel. And right now, it's very soon actually is going to happen what we call the price explosion. Price explosion means that the market is going to reach the narrow place of this channel, and it's going to be what we call a bottleneck, which means the market is going to explode either for the bullish or for the bearish. After identifying on the monthly chart that the USD CHF is going to be for the bearish, we can tell clearly, and I believe with confidence, that the USD CHF is going to be good for the short. So right now on the daily chart again, we have identified the strongest resistance level that we are having, and right here also we are having many attempts of a resistance. So therefore, this is going to be the level where I'm going to start shorting the USD CHF. Let me just reduce it a little bit more, just to be more realistic, and yes, that's fine. So therefore, we have to wait for the USD CHF to rise for another 38 pips before it's going to be valid for the short. So therefore, sell at 0.91751, and the safe zone should be ranging just a little bit above that resistance zone, because we are actually depending on it, which means the safe zone should be ranging for just 50 pips or 48 pips only, no more. Exactly just like that. And for the take profit level, we are going to aim at least the support level exactly right here, my friends, because this is going to be the minimum actually where the pair can fall to. Actually, yes, we can make it even higher than that. This is the support level. This exactly, my friend, the key support level where we can expect from the USD CHF to continue the fall to, and even farther, even deeper than that actually. Anyway, this is going to be our target, which means we are aiming 97 pips profit from selling the USD CHF. Take profit level 0.90779. There goes your signal for the USD CHF. Hopefully it's going to work very well and bring us lots of profits. Let's now check the gold. Now regarding the gold, as we can see, thankfully my signal from the weekly analysis and also from the midweek analysis have both worked very well. What happened, what I told you, my friends, has happened clearly, or exactly actually I told you in the midweek analysis video, that we can expect from the gold to fall all the way to reaches that level of a support again before we can start buying it again. That is exactly what happened. So it was a very good signal, and I'm very happy for anyone who have taken this signal and have made approximately a total of 212 pips of profit. Let me now delete the old signal. So let's see exactly what's waiting for us with the gold this week. Now let's go to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, we can see clearly, you know something? Let's go to the weekly. It's more interesting. Now, looking at the weekly chart, I believe no one has any doubt that the gold is going to be good for the buy for this week. It's very clear that the gold has faced a major rejection right here below 1800, and as I'm telling you always, as long as the gold above 1800, we are going to look for the buy orders. Now on the weekly chart, we can see clearly that the market has actually fallen all the way right here to retest that broken support level, and also it was a strong support level right here as well. So the market has almost reached that level of a support, and right now the market has closed as a hammer candle right here on the resistance. Now, of course, this is on the daily chart, so we know that right now the gold is going to continue the rise, not to mention, of course, that we are having also right here a small resistance trend line which has been breaking out from, and this candle right here can be considered as the retest of that resistance trend line. Go back to the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, we can see clearly that we had right here a first attempt of a support level right here, and it was also a very strong support level right here. It was a strong key support level, and if we scroll more to the left, we can see, if I'm not mistaken, okay, nothing on the left, we can see again. Remember, my friends, right now I'm on the daily chart, so most likely right now we are having here also a resistance trend line which has been breaking out from, as we can see, exactly like that. So therefore we can expect from the gold to reverse upon the pressure from the resistance on 1827, it actually might fall again a little bit more down and revisit the same level of the support, which was previously a strong support level, as I have explained earlier, which means we have to wait for the gold to fall for another almost 179 pips before we can start again buying the pair. Let me just drag this line a little bit more up. And as we can see, my friends, look at the left. We can see clearly that this was a very strong key support level, not only once but twice as well. So this is the bullish breakout candle, and if we look at the left to find the nearest support for it, we can find two levels of a support. This one is the nearest one of a support, and right here also a strong key support level. Everything tells me that the gold is good for the buy for this week. Exactly right from that level, we have to wait for the pair to fall for another 185 pips before we can start actually buying it. So therefore, buy the gold at 1808.33. And if you guys are worried about that this is gonna take a while and very long time to be triggered, don't worry, it's actually gonna happen very fast. The gold is moving very quickly, and I believe it's definitely going to be reaching our buy level by, I think, Monday night. And of course, if that happens, we are aiming for the pair to reach at least the previous support level, which was also previously a strong key resistance level on 1844, which means we are aiming approximately 364 pips profit from this trade. So therefore the take profit level 1844.72. Now the safe zone. Of course, the safe zone should be ranging just a little bit till that previous support level, because as we can see, this is the strongest key support level that we're having, and if the pair is ever gonna go against our direction, that should be, if I'm not mistaken, the maximum where the pair can go to before it's gonna continue the rise, which means the safe zone will be ranging for 145 pips. Let me draw for you the edge of the safe zone. And there goes your signals for this week, my friends. I believe it's going to be again another very good week, and hopefully the signal is gonna be all in profit, and hopefully everyone will make very good profits and will actually entertain these free signals from Extreme Trader. Of course, don't forget that if you want more signals, you can join the premium group on Telegram, and of course you can get there 4 to 5 daily signals from our traders. So of course, in the end, I hope that was informative to you, and I would like to thank you for watching.